Andrew's birthday party.
Stand up.
Oh, okay. How's that good that we left it out?
No. This is for big people. It's for me.
Oh, there she is. I think he wants a banana.
I think so.
Perry?
Maybe we should take a piece off so he doesn't like wreck the whole banana.
Well, I was gonna eat whatever he doesn't.
Oh.
Just like a little vanilla.
Hi, buddy.
So you can hold that.
The advantage of having it still in the peels, it just didn't quite
Oh,
such
yeah.
a mess in his hand.
That's true. Sorry. Oh, we did it now, didn't we?
Oh, I would love some mint chocolate chip. That looks so delicious.
Okay.
Tiny.
And a little red nose here.
But now, there's like 5 He still likes sweet potatoes. That's the only vegetable he likes now.
Huh. Well, that's no excuse, mister.
He loves bread and bananas
Meatloaf.
and Cheerios.
And
All these carbohydrates.
Yeah, and they dissolve right in the
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, really?
Because he hates cereal.
Yeah.
Like, oatmeal is just a major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the rice.
I haven't tried rice cereal.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Well, no, these.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, the S is a.
He's still
big, so
Well, the next time we try a cereal, then we should try
which
rice.
is the
That
same
could be some more
thing
vegetables.
in the 50s.
Yeah.
They replaced that line
Ooh, we're kind of congested, aren't we?
Yeah.
with
You said it.
You tell him.
Yeah.
On the news last night was just explaining that, who
Well,
they belong
all
to.
one-
You're wearing a balloon behind your
because her
ear.
friend dropped the baby.
We interrupted this program to bring you a news, well, you know how that works.
That's right. Well, the bonding continues. We'll get back to this in a minute. Oh, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Or I like the one they were doing on BZ the other day.
Oh,
Wow.
Jane, he wants you to pick him up again. Give him a little rest.
So he developed that crawl on his own? Did you
Oh,
start him
no.
off like on his hands and knees or anything?
Yeah,
Or just?
I encouraged him to sort of get up on his hands and knees.
Yeah, I think
And
maybe
he
need to
developed
start
that
doing
style
Well,
himself.
humans learn to move, I think. I don't think we need to go.
Well, I don't know. Somebody I know will never crawl if he's not.
Does that matter?
I don't, theoretically it does, yeah, neurologically. Supposedly there's something about crawling that helps develop, pathways, synapses.
But how
in
old
the
is
brain.
Morgan?
He's 5.5 months, so his brain is still, it's like by the time you're about 8 months.
Matthew was
All the synapses
Matthew
are
was 6
pretty well
months old when he crawled for the first time. And it was the sight of Aunt Annie's skinny legs standing against the fireplace in Wisconsin that inspired Matthew to crawl practically the breadth of the room and seize her by the ankles and say, ah! And Aunt Annie went, oh! Didn't she? Yes, it's very funny. It's very funny. So, but it varies tremendously. I think Andrew was about 8 months old.
The foot is stuck in it. The foot's stuck. There. Okay, now you're ready. I'm fine with it.
Oh, Elvie. Ella, do you have a copy of the picture of Three Gossips?
I can't. Honey, can you move your hands, honey?
You and Suki and I sitting on the lawn and in our deck chairs.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Want to just
Thanks, Marvin.
Oh.
Picture.
stay
Then we have that giant rose gallery of all
He's holding
all
himself
the
up.
characters as well.
That was the only
Tim,
good
he's hanging
thing
on.
about him being sick was that he wanted to be
Whoa.
cold.
I know.
He actually
He was doing
wanted to
it
sit on my lap for a little while.
in the
That's only a good thing
Where you
about
going?
being sick, is that he wants to
Yeah.
cuddle. He's just so content to
He won't tell me. He doesn't pull himself up yet, but he will,
That's how she could tell
Well,
if
he'll
he
pull
was
himself up.
sick.
Yeah,
Just give him a little while,
while.
he'll really
Press
calm
it down.
Because if I lift the baton, he'll come right up with it.
Right.
Face?
Can you be behind him? He's still on the floor.
around business.
He's checking out his, he's checking
You can sit down. You can sit down.
I've got a present.
Wow.
Alright, it's time for Andrew's presents.
Trying to save the bow in the paper for next year. Wow. It might be a little difficult for him to actually, because glue is used in certain places.
Oh, glue?
Well, I'm not very
That's
good
a
at this
card,
kind of thing.
Andrew. Card.
Paper, he loves paper.
He likes the ribbon best of all.
Yeah.
Thanks, isn't that pretty?
Next year we'll know what to get him.
Oh, mama,
That's my fault.
what are you doing?
Sticks well.
Training what to do with paper.
It's been stuck together for weeks.
Ooh, hey.
That's actually good. Look! Oh, picture of Mama and you. Very nice. That's Daddy. Oh, great, the whole family.
Oh, that's great.
Let's see.
It's a wonderful,
That was taken at Polly's memorial service.
wonderful
Nice.
picture.
Cute, that's nice.
I'm gonna clean the glass because it looks as though Matthew has a snot.
Oh dear.
My little boy, I have
Maybe
to
he
tie
does.
him up.
See, look at this.
Not a chance.
Very nice.
See? Wow, it's taped really well.
Has he ever been to a birthday party? He
No.
doesn't really know what this whole process is.
Christmas is just paper smushing.
He has only one. It can't have been too many.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually going to one in a couple of weeks. I have a friend that has a baby turning 2. And so when
Oh.
we didn't go to the first one because Andrew was just born.
Ooh, Andrew, I wonder what it is. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
What kind of thing called flat face?
It's a handkerchief.
Yes.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
What's that?
Oh! Wonderful book!
Excellent.
Wow!
Yeah.
All these peculiar little animals doing human things.
Great. Great.
Wow!
It's gonna
Great.
love this book as a
Very
child.
weird.
Richard Scarry, we love Richard Scarry.
Yeah.
Donut trucks.
Yeah.
This is one that I don't think was
Try this with Adam and Sharon.
Yeah. Oh. But does it taste good?
Oh, that's.
Some nuts are in it, huh?
Yeah,
See?
yeah. Andrew.
Oh, Andrew, look!
Water toy.
Great.
That's great.
For your bathtub.
Play in the water.
Fun.
Yeah, play.
For your bath.
Definitely.
Oh, those are great.
Wow!
They float.
Well, that's a good one.
That's neat.
You like it?
Yeah, we have a little plastic
Wow.
boat, like in the summer. Yep.
Bath bobbers.
I like the wrapping better still.
Here's a piece.
Another one, Andrew. Another one.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Don't get ready to take a bath.
Yep.
Ah!
library.
That's true.
Blue hat, green hat.
You know, we actually have some of these, but we don't have these four.
Right, right.
We have the other
We had a
ones.
couple of them, and we saw the box itself, so.
Yeah, that's great. We don't have any of them. That's perfect.
Oh, that's a bath bottle? Here's a balloon. Oh. Here's a balloon. There we go.
Classic.
Classic.
Ooh, great, great.
Oh. But that's the one here. Boom. Boom. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Good. 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 I hope we don't pop one, that would be a disaster.
He's trying to see the green
Yeah.
inside, he's trying to match it to the green
Here's the
line.
green, here's sweetie. Watch.
We were at a friend's house and they had like a glass cabinet. And he'd never seen one before. It was open, so I was trying to get at like a beautiful crystal.
Yeah, but they didn't want it to.
Yeah, pottery, they get glass there. Green, that's right in? Yeah, that's right.
So you got a cookbook over there?
Dessert.
That's a boy, that's a boy. Yeah, good.
An alphabet of
You got it? Yeah, up top. Up here.
I would be
Up
peach
on top,
ice
sweetie.
cream.
Up here.
He's gonna devise a different way of playing this game, or maybe other ways that you haven't thought of to play this game.
So many toys. So few.
So many things, so few teeth.
They won't stay.
How old was he first to you? I'm sorry, how old was he when he first to you?
Oh, John.
Yeah, it's I think Learning Express is a little bit bigger. It's a little smaller, but it has
Jennifer, this?
not toys.
Okay.
The place we really actually had great luck is Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yeah, they do recycle.
Intent.
What's it called? Oh, there's another.
Kids
It's a
in Caboodle.
caboodle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have lots of toys.
Oh, toys there also.
Pray for the, like diesel depots and canned foods and things like
I
that.
guess
I thought we all had to start
That's
holding
what
up with our
end of the world
generators.
groups always do, they always say somebody needs to make and
Yeah.
we have to live clean and get rid of all our metal zippers and.
Metal zipper.
What was the group that they found?
Metal zippers. That's a lot of trouble if it's.
If you're gonna be beamed up or saved or whatever, you can't have any metal on your body.
Like at fillings, I'm gonna do
Fillings,
you.
I got crowns.
I'm
I
gonna
got like a hole in my head.
pull.
But it won't on your body
Your mouth
because
is
you
more,
won't
worth more than the
get
rest of
taken
your
over.
body.
Sure. Doomsday Society.
Yeah.
Doomsday Society. They all disappeared from Colorado. Yeah, they're in Israel. They're
So we finally got a nice warm day. We go to the cranberry bog with the doggies. I guess it would be wrong for me to object to that, huh?
It would be very wrong to object.
No.
Are you flying
Excuse
on
me, sir. How long have you been waiting? Are you in line? Are you having trouble getting to your destination?
No, haven't noticed it.
I wish they'd be more careful about such
I didn't have.
Oh, that'll be meaningful.
Passport and landing card. Suspect.
Gotcha.
Setting out, I just got probably down in the basement of the harbor. Because it got to be 10 o'clock and everybody else was
This is the church at Liston. This is a house across the street. It happens to be for sale. Try to get a better picture of that. And this is the village of Liston. Again, this is the church. This is the churchyard. This is the entrance to the church, which is locked, unfortunately. And here's more of the exterior. And the churchyard. And the fields beyond it. This is still the people in the churchyard.
in the Roman times, because this came from Roman times, you know the game Trivial Pursuit,
Oh yeah.
right? Now what they used to do was that we had, in Roman times, we had like the halls and this sort of thing, and then you had the signpost there, right? They would have next to it a notice board, right? And
Oh.
that notice board in Roman was called Trivia.
Oh. Oh.
And that's where Trivial Pursuit comes from.
Oh.
And that's the reason why you.
That's why that notice
that's
board
why-
is there?
Yeah, in
Oh.
lots of villages you'll see the signpost
Oh.
and then a notice board, and that dates back to Roman times, and that is
Oh, that's interesting.
trivia. Remember that? It was called a trivia, like a newspaper.
I see.
Yeah.
Now this is public footpath. Is that because there's some kind of a
Oh yeah.
an
yeah.
easement?
Yeah, that means you can walk across it. You're not supposed to drive, but
Oh,
don't
I
worry
see.
about that.
Oh. I don't want to get you in trouble.
No, I often bring the person who. I'll make you laugh. I bought a very old chap. He was about 82, and I picked him up at the station, an American, and he said to me, he said, I was in 638 Squadron. He said,
Oh.
during the war. He said, and he said to me, we were at Waldingfield. Do you know if there's anything still there? And I said, not only is it still there, the huts that you stayed in. And he couldn't believe it. He was
Wow.
in tears. He really was in tears. He'd been there during the war.
He hadn't been back since
He
then?
had never been back since. His son, he said that before he died, he wanted to come back, and his son brought him over. And the old chap was in tears. And it was really nice, you know. And I took him to a pub nearby. He said we used to go into Whitehall. So I said, still there? I said, in fact, I said, when you go in there, you'll find a book. That's the stable block.
Oh, goodness gracious, that's the stable? Do you know anything about the people who live here now?
No, I don't. Unfortunately. This isn't a terribly big sort of. It's all spread out and
Oh.
goes on and goes on. But the actual hall, I don't think is here anymore. I'm not sure, but I don't think the actual hall is still here.
Oh.
And that was the stable block over there. You can see, you know, that was the stable block.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go around here and tell you. There we are. Go right now.
Have you ever been here before?
I've not been down this bit.
Oh.
No. But we'll jump down here.
Now that would be a wall around a garden or something?
Yeah, that'd be a walled garden.
Wow.
That was often the case. They often had walled gardens.
Well, they certainly don't want you coming in here.
No. That'd be a modern little place
Oh,
in there.
I see.
Yeah. Now
It's like they took down the hall and
The
put a
hall.
little...
yeah, it's awful. Terrible.
Might be okay in Florida.
Yeah, it's not really suited out here, is it? But that there is
That's
the
right.
original stable block. And the hall itself, I would say, has disappeared.
But it's very nice to see the land. I'm astounded at how cultivated everything is.
Yeah.
There's no woods, there's no forests.
No, forests. We moan about the people in the Amazon and this sort of thing. In this country, we were the first people to decimate forests. You know,
Yes.
because the whole of England was covered in forests. But what happened was, I read this history book and it was very good, and it said what happened was that where countries became ruling nations or governing bodies in the world, right? In the Middle Ages and that, and even before then, right back to the Macedonians, they needed wood to build their ships. And so the whole country would gradually be decimated the forest. And then, but once
right.
it all been used up, then they would lose their authority, if you know what I mean. You know? It was the same as the Greeks, the Romans. If you go to the Mediterranean now, there's very, very few forests. But it all used to be forests, but it isn't now. No, I live, I don't know whether you can see it from there, I'll show you. But you know, I live in this place, Pentlow, and we have a thing called the Pentlow Tower. And it was what was known as a folly. It's a very tall tower, and just one person can go up it. And when you get to the top, the farmer used to sit at the top of this tower and watch all his farm workers working.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's why he built it, and it's still there to this day. Yeah. It's very, very old, but it's very. They couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell whether he was watching or
No,
not.
whether he's watching or not. Now, before you use up all your film, if you remember was when William the Conqueror came to this country and he built the Tower of London, initially, like all conquerors and this sort of thing, he had a zoo, you know?
Oh.
And in the zoo, he had lions, tigers, all the usual thing, but he had 2 Nile crocodiles, yeah? 20 foot long they were. Anyway, but this, I mean, this is some church. You don't get many churches like this.
Oh my goodness gracious. And this is all from the
Yep.
additions that were made
Yeah,
by
you
the
can see-
rival
you can
families?
see how they've sort of added on all the bits. And,
Oh, yeah.
And the windows and the, you know.
Oh, it's a wonderful church.
But it's incredible, isn't it?
Now what?
You can see how it's sort of, you know, that, over there is Melford Hall itself, you know. They still got sheep. So, you know, he wanted to be a lord, but he wasn't a lord, so, so he built himself Kentwell Hall.
Wow. What kind of trees are these that line the?
They are, now I've got to think now, down here, we've got, there's beech trees and oak trees
Oh,
here.
they're probably old.
They're very, very old.
They have
You
that
can see
upright
they're
growth.
old. They're really old.
Really? Oh.
The chap who lives here is Mr. Phillips, and he owns it. They have, how can I put it? They have people live here as if they were living in the Middle Ages.
Uh-huh.
You know? And they live outside and everything. And they cook for themselves outside. They all dress in period costume all the time. And they live here right through the summer. And when he first started doing it, they usually had about 50 people here. Now, you know?
Oh.
They come back. They come back year after year. And all the schools now come out and see them. And the silly thing is, these people live...
So,
You can see where it's been added on and bits been built out the sides of it,
yeah,
you see?
yeah.
So, find it quite amusing. And what they do here, which is very good, see like this, the old gatehouse here. Now that was falling down, and he's rebuilding that. But what he has done, he's done it all with laths, just the same as it was originally, you see? So that'd be lath and plastered on the outside. And everything that this chap here has done, he's done it as near original as he can keep it. Which is very good. That's new houses there, but again, see, with the old houses here, you know, there's another old house. They're all big, which showed how affluent they were. Yeah, that's what they did. They to outdo each other, you know. And if the villagers, if they thought they would build a bigger church tower. You see, and if you go, it's worth a look in. Prince Charles came there the other week.
what was he doing here?
Well, let's put it this way. He used to meet Camilla Parker Bowles over here.
Oh, I see.
For years, yeah. And everybody knew.
Much smaller. Oh, incredible. Now this town is also, is this older than Long Melford?
Yeah, oh yeah, much. You will see why very soon. That is a shame, because I think it was spoilt, that house, by painting in that colour. Chap who writes Margaret Thatcher's speeches and everything else, he lives in the village here. Lots of, shall we say, you've got, now, see what I mean about the roofs? Look at the roofs.
Oh, yes.
You know? Now you could tell that is really, this is a Swan Hotel in front of us, that is quite old. Turn straight off the main street.
What is the material? These are tile roofs?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all tiled. You can see that the whole place is and people live here. They just live here as normal in all these houses.
So this must be jammed with tourists in the summer.
We get a few in the summer, yeah. One of the things they allow here, which is terrible, is parking. You know?
Oh, I'll bet.
You know, you shouldn't allow parking in a place like this. Because it's too old. This is, we're just coming to the village square. Now, here is the guild hall is here. And because the wool trade was so big, you know, the guild hall here is something else. Now, this is the guild hall on the right, this is Lady Street. Is that they shouldn't allow any new building, which they do, and they shouldn't allow cars, which they do. You know what I mean? Because all these houses they're priceless, aren't they?
And they're so.
You know?
Yeah. And you could walk anywhere you wanted to in this
Yeah.
town.
Oh yeah. And it's, I mean, anywhere else in the world, you know, and this would be like a sealed off area, wouldn't it? You know?
Yeah.
But only in England do we allow, you know, cars and everything.
Oh no, we allow it in the United States as well.
You shouldn't do that.
Many lovely places.
Because they get ruined, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this old place here, you can see how old it is. Look at it all leads up the hill. Yeah, that's quite incredible. It's one of the nicest places I know in England, and I've been all over the place.
It is. It's just wonderful.
It's,
And it's so nice that there's a place like this that people actually live in.
Yeah, people live here and they work here.
As opposed
you know.
to just restored and
Yeah.
for tourists.
No, you know, they shouldn't be just for tourists. I mean, this place here, where it says let by, right? Now, you can rent that, because I looked, and that is £500 a month. So it's quite cheap. You know, it's cheap to rent it. You live in a really beautiful old place like this. Well, as I say, it's the roofs. When you come in, you can see from the roofs how old it all is, can't you? You know, it's original.
Now this looks like it's been restored.
This has been restored, yeah. This was the old school up here, and it's always been the old school area just here. Believe it or not, that was an oak house just there. You see, this was the school, and it's always been the school. But that's Victorian, but there was a school there before that.
Lovely brick
All the
wall.
roads. But it really, you know, it's the old school. Every time you go down, there's another beautiful old house, isn't there?
Yeah. About how many people live in this town? Do you know what the population is?
No, it's got to be a few thousand.
Yeah.
But it's nice that people do still live here, you know, and it is still used. And the people here are, they're proud of what they've got. Let's put it that way, which is very good. You can tell that because you can look in the windows and you look in their lounges. And
everything looks very well maintained.
It really does. Some of the oldest houses are just here. These are really very, very old, these here. As you can see, this bit of street, what I'll do is if I stick my nose out, you can see it goes all the way up.
Oh, I see.
You see it? It really is a really...
Picture of the war room.
Through the viewing windows, you can see into the room in which the War Cabinet held over 100 meetings. The room has been left just as it was when the War Cabinet used to meet here during the enemy bombing raids. The tables, the coverings, the lights, and even the paint finishes are just as they were left when the room was closed in 1945. In the center of the far row of seats, the larger distinctive wooden chair is the one that Churchill occupied during the many long, crucial meetings held in this room. Behind Churchill's seat hangs a map of the world, with the British Empire marked in great swathes of red. You'll notice that the clocks here and throughout the Cabinet war rooms are all stopped at 2 minutes to 5. At this time, the Royal Marine would have been making the final preparations for a meeting due to take place here at 5 p.m. on the 15th of October 1940. A raid the previous night had badly damaged number 10 Downing Street, so Churchill had finally bowed to the advice of his staff, who'd been pressing him for some time to meet below ground in these specially prepared war room headquarters. The 3 seats in the gap directly facing Churchill's were squeezed in to accommodate the chiefs of staff, who frequently attended war cabinet meetings. Just in front of them, leaning against the water carafe, is the notice that Churchill is said to have placed there: "Please understand there is no depression in this house. We are not interested in the possibilities of defeat. They do not exist." Although Churchill had many fierce debates with his chiefs of staff, unlike Hitler, his little alcove. Go in there now. From here, you can peer into a room that began life as a broom cupboard, but which, during the war, became one of the most important rooms in the site. It was from this room that Churchill could telephone his close friend and ally, President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and his successor, President Truman. This first, fully confidential hotline was established here in 1943. If you'd like to know more about this, a text panel on the wall in this alcove describes the technology used. And if you'd like to hear a transcript of a telephone...
Tommy Handley's show. It's that man again.
Well, I'm standing on the roof of Broadcasting House on the evening of Sunday in September. It's been a day of prayer, National Day of Prayer, and we had a warning earlier on the day, but this is the first time the raid has actually appeared over London. The warning went roughly a quarter of an hour ago, and the raiders, who were flying very high indeed, I saw the white streaks as they in the sky as they approached, flew straight away over the city, over Woolwich Way, the Thames Estuary, where they went last night, and they were met by a tremendous barrage of anti-aircraft fire, and as they approached, flying towards the city, even the guns in the immediate vicinity of Broadcasting House fired. You can see their flashes quite plainly. It's being got very quickly under control, and they seem to have struck much more in the due west from Broadcasting House here, where further northeastern than Poplar, where dense clouds
next room once accommodated up to 11 female civilian typists. They were in such heavy demand that there would be people working here in shifts day and night. For many of them, the routine was simple. Work for 10 to 16 hours, then take your sheets and find a vacant bed in one of the dormitories in the dock below. If you look at the table Channel into Invade England, this room and the next one were assigned to GHQ Home Forces. This was the part of the army responsible for the coordination and conduct of defense of Britain in the event of invasion. To the right of the room, on the table nearest us, is a black phone with a green handle, and below the table, a black case. If any subject classed confidential or secret had to be discussed on the telephone, then one of these sets were used. But it was not a very sophisticated or foolproof system. This was a time when invasion was anticipated almost daily. A growing number of German invasion barges had been sighted in French ports. The Cabinet War Rooms was the focal point for the highest levels of defense planning.
Whoa.
Wow.
The tea is at 3:30?
Yeah.
This is called Hempstead Heath. This is where we decided to go this morning, since we have a free morning until celebrity tea this afternoon. Too much wind.
I'm going so much slower. I'm just gonna go along. Look at the dogs, having so much fun. So much nature. Oh, look at them.
So much wind here.
Does he know that we have treats? Is that it?
Hello, Dylan. Oogie, woogie, woogie.
Other people were better because they were wearing dark things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do that.
£3.
Is there anybody else?
But no late arrivals now, I hope, because I really want to start to get a move on.
Didn't say half past two. Didn't say half past
Depending on your interpretation of that word, but very much man's London. We're going to go round the corner looking up beneath the wheels of a motor car or something. So please take your time. We're not going to start without you. Gut Taylor, soldier, got the idea. Comes along one Ricky Tarr, and he says, I've got a story to tell you, and it's all about spies. And if it's true, which I think it is, you're going to need a whole new organisation. Now this is one book. Now if only been one, it wouldn't have been so bad. I mean, 5 was manageable. In his wonderful book, their controller, one Yuri Moon, we looked at one called My Father. Now, amongst the people we're going to be talking about today was the first secretary to the British Embassy down Duke of York Street. Now, I'm not going to stop you, but just... Or rather, in 1946, Modin was ordered, or authorised, is a better word, to offer the Cambridge Ring either a substantial sum of money or a pension for life. They replied collective service, precursor to MI6. For those of you who don't know what the MIs are all about, MI stands for military intelligence. MI5 is internal security, MI6 is espionage abroad. He spied from there. He moved from Bletchley Park. Now, to understand Phil, we've got to understand the personality of the man. He was absolutely charismatic. He had not got a single enemy in the business. Now, in a business where you're sort of dealing with egos flying around in space, you know, gliding all over the place, Philby was quite remarkable.
Hello, darling. How are you? It's cold this morning.
Windy.
Aye? Windy.
does.
Yeah. Alright, okay. Tram card, electric tram card.
You can't see a tram wire in sight.
Right.
Yet the tram's proceeding merrily over Westminster Bridge,
The middle rail.
working on the conduit system. Now, in a sense, it's a middle rail.
They kept it.
But what
because they
appears
knew
to be the middle rail
years
is
to
just
come,
a steel face slot.
for you to look at.
20 inches further down, and these two.
It's a shame to throw it away and destroy it, isn't it?
This thing, which was suspended just beneath the tram car, was suspended on two parts, and it ran along beneath the tram car, making contact with these two. The biggest in the world at one time. Yes. Largely. Compared to Mr. Shilly Bear's 16. Now what I want to show you, we haven't got the trolley poles up against the wires, unfortunately. But of course everywhere the trolley bus went, those had to follow. So the trolley bus wasn't confined to the tracks, so it could come into the curb to pick people up. So the driver had to be very careful who kept those on the wires. And if he lost them, it was called de-wire. They would swing about something mad. So he had the problem of getting them back. They had here a great big tube running the length of the bus, a great big bamboo pole. So the driver, he got it back. He'd do it that way most days, but the first day out, if he didn't know, he would have been got at. He would have been, someone would jostle him to de-wire him, and he'd come round with confidence, get his pole, pull it out, and he'd find it was that long. And he got what was called the first day pole. Between the horse bus. What there was really more competition about was trying to find a way to replace the horse bus. And once the first motor cars came in the 1890s, people started thinking about harnessing petrol engines to a larger vehicle. And eventually, early in the century, it came. The early buses were so terribly unreliable. Our old friend, London General, ex-Parish General, decided it would make its own. Made a very few called X-Type in a works in East London. And then, when they'd only been on the road about 11 months, it went into print with the B-Type. And it made 2,700 of them. And in less than 2 years, there wasn't a horse bus left in the general fleet. So when the motor bus came, it was a whirlwind. By 1914, there wasn't a horse bus left in London. And one more year, there wasn't a horse tram left. So it was an avalanche when it happened. The design was laid down by the police from the early day. Maximum length, maximum width, maximum weight, maximum number of people. There we got 5-litre petrol engine developing 30-something horsepower. Goodness. They were restricted to 16 miles an hour. But it was a fantastic achievement. one of the first things that happened when the 1418 war came, the War Office commandeered hundreds of them to use as troop transports. I always wonder whether my father ever rode to get injured on one of them. I don't know, it's too late to ask now. So there's your Mark I motor bus, 1910 or so.
That driver looks rather frightened.
Yes. Now, the official line is that he's driving over wet cobbles and someone has run out in front.
Oh.
You will observe solid tyres all round, no front wheel brakes. So he has every reason to look frightened.
Those back wheels with the two of them, or is there?
There's twin tyres on a solid cast wheel each side. It's really a horse bus body on a Mark I motor chassis. What happened fairly soon afterwards, people realised there was a terrible amount of space wasted at the front. So the driver was moved beside the engine and the top deck started to creep forward.
I see.
But there was still a ban on enclosed top deck, still a ban on having a cab, and the technology still only had solid tyres and no front wheel brakes. So it took the middle 20s to get a cab and a lid and rubber tyres, or pneumatic tyres. Still no front wheel brakes though. My colleague is standing in front of the first real production bus with front wheel brakes. And that's a bus of the early 30s in wartime livery. I say wartime livery because it's still red and white, but it's got the big white patches on the mud guards and wings, and he is standing in front of headlight, but when he moves you'll see there's a great big mask, so there's only a tiny patch of light on the road because we were worried about German bombers still, and netting on the windows to prevent glass damage. So that's the sort of bus of my child.
Yeah, that's stepping.
And the last bus here, just tell you very briefly, that design came out in 1939.
Number 120?
Yes. Suffolk Garage. The design came out just before the war. Production was halted for the war. Instead, as a child, I used to find that very scary. I used to like those new buses area, but the staircase was totally enclosed. And the trolley bus was the two poles. There's huge big springs at the front that would strain the pole up against the walls. It was said all brick, concrete, stress concrete that didn't really come until the turn of the century. So it was brick, and at the least it was 4 rings of brick for the tunnel, and up to 8 rings. And if you think 8 rings of brick is 3 feet of brickwork. I like the entrance there, no entry to pub. I think the tunnellers have done a little bit of overtime there, and the publican isn't too keen. So that's the in the street. So the tunnels would be filled with smoke. But it was a very safe railway, and there were very few accidents. I think probably people died of asphyxia, but they didn't get killed by train crashes. So that's 10 foot and a 1/4 inch gauge, and that pair are the now universal British standard 4 foot 8.5. And the line was built with money from a company called the Great Western, which now is all merged and absorbed. But they were very prudent because they put down a standard gauge pair as well. And they fell out with the Great Western very quickly and had no trains because the Great Western had provided the service. So over a frantic weekend they persuaded another company to lend them trains, which they did for the residue of the year. But in 1865 they started to take delivery of the locos we see behind us. Ultimately there were 120 of them. There's about 50 tons there, and people say, how does it stay up? But there is a very, very substantial structure beneath us. No cabs. These ran, providing the whole of the service till 1905, when electrification came. Now we haven't got an 1863 coach, but we've got an 1899 coach.
I think's worth a look.
Take a seat now. It's very, very comfortable.
You want a seat, Kenny?
These are the trains in the movies.
Yes. Catch up with the Cardiff in this one.
These are the trains in the movies.
Now this is 1899, and carriages like this remained in service till 1960. And in 1960-61, the remaining parts of the line were electrified because the electrification hadn't gone right out into the country. And that time the trains were still running out to Aylesbury, which is about 40 miles from London. I don't think we can do that.
I don't think it's gonna hold it. No, I wouldn't say that.
That's not one, that's all.
Well, look.
Yeah. Customers to the entertainment industry.
But I doubt it. They know me. They know I'm not the
Roaring lions.
Yes.
They roar every time the Virgin walks by.
And then it's really beautiful. Suppose it's gold leaf all over him. Oh, it's an Alfa Romeo.
Well, here we are, July 26th, starting, is it July 26th?
If I had a Gerber, I'd have one of those too. You really want that Gerber. Oh, by the way, go look at my my laptop screen. I've got the website on for you.
Yeah, we just want to show how it was tied down in case it doesn't work next time.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
Hi, this is Captain Corrupto, AV Director of Woolly World. And we and the cousins, yet again, are about to head out on our yearly one-week camping trip to Maine.
and probably Ram Island. Petunia, always on the ready. Petunia's little gig, known as Cove, is going with us, of course. And I think we probably have, what do you think, Rick Star? We have it all? We have all the gear?
We got it all and more.
We got it all and more. So,
And what we don't got, we'll get again.
that's right, so I'm going to call my fiancée,
Ooh, la défiance.
fiance, and tell her to be sure to feed the cats.
Oh, yeah.
Pick up her engagement ring.
Oh yeah, that
And
$3,000
refrigerator.
jobby.
All on Tuesday. And we got to come back Friday or Saturday because I should be at this gig in Essex on Saturday.
Friday?
Is that okay?
Friday.
Can we do that?
Well,
We'll
we can
see.
come.
We'll see. But I should probably attend that. Maybe Saturday. What do you think?
Well, I think
could
this
discuss
is a
it.
bombshell.
We can come back Monday. But it would be good if I could.
Is this?
I don't know whether the Mystic Seaport deserved a decal on my belt. That must have been a moment of huge weakness.
How did that happen?
I don't know. But they.
I shut it down. You could
But
email it to me
was
one day.
oh, you didn't get the
No.
address on the top?
No, well, I think I had timed out so I shut it down. It's okay.
All right. Well, I can. Yes, I can.
I mean, sometime later you can
I'll
email
send
it.
it to you as an attachment.
Oh, because we got to get a picture of this. Yeah. Okay. You see? Look at that. There's stuff in there. Yeah. Yeah. Now we have 2 beers to put away.
2 minutes put away.
Oh, maybe we can put it in here. Oh yeah, plenty of room in there.
One here.
Oh, there. We just checked the oil. We need a quart.
Oil.
Oh,
Check.
oil.
Message.
Oil
Yes,
me
oil.
true.
Check oil.
Oh, there it is. Hi, it's Wooly. We're on the road. Rick Starr is videographer extraordinaire. We're on Colonel Ledyard Highway. We've just talked to Nancy to tell her that Rick forgot everything. And would she meet us in Carlisle? And left a message with Jennifer telling her to go get that diamond ring.
Ain't this great? We got communications with everybody right
That's
on the
right.
road.
And we got communications with Billy Bob,
Oh, yeah.
who's driving behind us. Keep the cops away from us.
Hey, Billy Bob, can you guys over?
Say again?
We're just videoing, and I wanted to get you on the video with the your
Yeah, he wants to
audio.
record you on the videotape.
You're taking video now?
Of course, we have to take a picture of the road.
Love it. Probably need at least maybe half an hour of that, I think.
Got it. Okay, over and out. Over
Did
and
you hear my music before?
No, you want to play it again?
Yeah, wait a sec.
No, we don't want his music. We're listening to our music. Turn it off! Turn it off!
I love it. So maybe we started off, and this is the way we're continuing. Halfway through the first day, Wooly's car dies on the road. Thank goodness we're in Westford. Pulling him up. Leaving Petunia there to wait for some other kind of vehicle.
Well, the trip short delay. But we're moving ahead.
Yes, we're having fun. Hey, you watch your car. Just steer it where they want.
Okay.
Good luck. I hope it's not the fuel pump. They gotta pull the tank for that.
Okay, there goes the truck, flying away.
Give me your phone number again.
807, no, 805, I don't know, let me see.
I've been working all day, and man, I'm almost done. It's over at Will's place with all the hits. He don't like to turn nobody away, so everybody fits. If that sounds good to you, then all you
I have to transfer her into the box. This is the container that we received from the Undertaker guy. For the, I guess it's upside down. Mary L. Reed, cremation number 52324. Cremated March 17th, 1998, Mount Auburn Cemetery, Cambridge, Mass. So, like this. Okay, Bill, just for the camera guy, can you tell us what we're doing again? Yeah, I'm just, we're taking Polly's ashes. I'm going to put them somewhere among the trees here. Last thing she said last time I asked her about where she thought she'd like her ashes to go, she said she'd like them to be among the trees, someplace where they would sort of nourish the trees. Okay. And I asked her if Bear Island would be a particularly place that she would think about it. She said not particularly, so I thought it'd be nice if we do it right here where we have had a lot of nice times, and where she would like it if she were here. Huh. Extraordinary. There she is. I guess I'll put it in here. This is the box that I asked Abijah to make, because I didn't want to just throw her out of the... Anyway, here's a Mount Auburn Cemetery, 52324. It'll tag, so we know we got the right person.
Let me see the tag.
Tag is here. You can't read it.
Oh, that's okay.
Mount Auburn Cemetery,
Mount Auburn 52324 Cemetery, right.
So, and that's, I have the certificate at home, which has that same number on it. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this out. This could be us in another 40 years. Yes, it could. And then I'm going to empty this into here. And
Okay.
then sprinkle it out from here. Okay, Mom. There she is. Good. I think just over, let's take a look over in that area. Okay. What do you think? Area in here? Okay.
The timing is perfect on this.
And and we can always remember this. I guess that's part of what I want to be able to do.
Sure.
Always remember where it is. So it's just on this big rock. That's a little bit down there. So I guess we'll do it.
Auntie, may you rest in...
Nice sunset.
Nice, Polly.
Thank you, boys. Thank you. For joining me. She like that place?
Oh, man. Oh, geez. Oops.
The promised you wouldn't see my hair.
Look at the hair. Oh, my hair.
What?
You use that stupid trees. I mean, just. Oh, this is. This isn't bad at all.
No, it's very comfortable.
Maybe I'll sleep here instead of in the tent. A little cool though. Alright, now I've taken the filter out and the water has all got that stuff in it. And here's how the filter looks with all that stuff on top. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be or not, but I didn't want to wash it off before it could show this. See, it's a lot to the top, and then it's all sort of sitting on the top there. All right.
Here's the first George Billingsley Morgan, was born in 1879.
No way.
Yep. Hey, sticks around there. And Grandpa, our grandfather, he was a brother to our grandfather, your great-grandfather. Well, this is more than I ever...
So they need to be on
Guess
like
what,
8 minutes
John?
behind, is that?
Hey, John. This family back here, now this is amazing. Listen to this.
I'm looking at it.
This family, Billingsley Morgan and Mary Louise Farrer, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 children. 5 children.
I want to sit.
And guess what? One of them's name was George Billingsley Morgan, and one's name was John Farrer Morgan.
And that's got to be the family that tried to get a hold of us.
No, real quick. I tend to cook steaks a little rare. But who likes what?
Oh, are they on?
I just put them on, yeah.
Medium. What's the Meredith? Medium. Should we do the tomatoes? The steaks are on.
You know, Linda's good.
Parts of it is well done.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
me too. You know what, Rebecca? I turned
I mean, we've got 4 steaks out, so I'll take some off early and move some off.
Now, I have to tell you guys, everybody has to sort of find their own unwashed glass.
Back in 18... I count in 1840. Billingsley Morgan. Oh, I gotta make the... Actually, I think Tim made some.
Okay, if your hands meant to go out, you want to go up? You don't need
Linda?
No.
Linda? Oh my God. We think we would like some for the, Did you see this, Drew? This is how she found on the internet.
Hey, Reba.
She's outside.
Where's he from?
The internet is the greatest thing for genealogy. Of course,
His grandfather was Billingsley Morgan, so
problem.
So he would be.
Because you can
My cousin. Is my grandfather.
information.
No, Billingsley Morgan was my great grandfather.
That's what we tried to, when I was teaching.
Oh, Ellen, I'm so happy. This is more than I ever knew about this family.
Ellen's the one who's been corresponding with that guy, not
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
He sent to me this afternoon. Yeah, okay.
Oh, he's talking to someone too. Well, I'll be. You know, I have always been so interested.
Genealogy is that people will post
1809, his father
post
was Hugh Morgan.
information that has not been.
Anybody else,
that
Mark?
they
So
thought
does he have any idea where they came from?
Yeah, well,
and
this
they
is Nancy.
believed, but it's not.
His father being Hugh Morgan, and
other
his
people
father
pick it up and take
was
it and-
John Morgan from Wales.
And somebody
So
really is digging and
1809.
John Morgan finds out that
So
it's
he
not
probably came
true,
over here in
way
the late
back,
1700s.
wipes out reams of information.
I'll be
It's
damned.
amazing. Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned. That's amazing.
So we are Welsh.
Well,
Like there
one-
was some doubt.
well, like the 1/10 of us is anyway.
Well, we may not be Welsh, but we're descended from Wales.
I'll be damned. This
It's
Wales
funny
and
because
fish.
we were invited to a party one night because of our name, because these people were very drunk, and they loved Welsh people, and because of John Morgan, we were invited to this party, and it turned out they ended up being really, really good friends, but now you're saying that maybe
Before you go out, I'd like to comment some of this stuff. How are you? Jeez, I'm so interested.
Yeah, maybe you'd rather get on the internet.
Look at it. Did you hear this though? Okay, now I got you back to Billingsley Morgan, who was our great grandfather. That was
James Edwards' father.
James Edwards' father. And then George Billingsley Morgan and John Farrar Morgan were brothers to James Edwards. But then James Edwards' father, or Billingsley Morgan's father, was James Morgan, born 1809, and his father was Hugh Morgan, and his 1809, his father was Hugh Morgan, and his father was John Morgan from Wales. So that would put it back even earlier. That would put it back like 1740.
Well, John Farrar he was in Wales, I remember.
Oh, he was?
The older, the first one.
I liked it a lot. It was one of our three.
But who was the first one in America? It was John Morgan.
Well, it would evidently be John Morgan
John Morgan from Wales.
from Wales. And
He said that's a nice color.
that it would probably be, I'm just guessing, in the early 1700s.
Our cat's name is Gwydion, so we sometimes confuse them.
Because the reason I'm picking that date is James Morgan was born in 1809.
And you said that
His father was Hugh Morgan, so go back
she
20,
was the one with the
20 or 30 years from 1809. So that put you down
She's
to
done-
She's done this
1780.
remarkable amount of work.
Did you find yours?
His father was John Morgan from Wales. So go back another 20 or 30 years.
Well, that we're ninth, what are we,
Mid-
eighth cousins or ninth cousins?
But how cousins did they go back? How can
Oh,
go back that far?
Oh, but he and I are.
Are you Welsh? What are you?
I don't think so.
Rick is as washed as they come.
There is not a
I have
dead
not
end
found a
Ginging.
non-British
Ellen's
and has
got
different
beyond. She's got to trace all the way from Ginging back to this guy's.
I was sitting at dinner one
Ginging
day and I said, you know, I've been
is the
finding the
son
most interesting things
of
about your
Billingsley Morgan.
ancestor Seth Lowe.
Billingsley Morgan was
He
born in
one of the founders of
1840.
Brooklyn. And he was the grandfather of the Seth Lowe who became mayor.
I'll tell you, he's from.
One of the interesting things here is that not only did Seth Lowe found Brooklyn, but he was also an opium trader.
He was from Bridgeville,
He ran
Pennsylvania,
these ships back and forth to China, bringing
and
in
he
drugs.
died in Carnegie, Pennsylvania.
Tell me it's not
And he
true.
was a farmer.
Tell me this guy didn't.
And then his father, which she just has his name, is Hugh Morgan, is James Morgan, was Billingsley Morgan's father.
What do you know about
Hugh Morgan was his father, and then John Morgan was his father. Ginging, what do I know about him?
He worked for some concern that made fire.
He was a fire brick broker at his own company.
I was born in
Hey, Morgan, come here.
He went broke.
a few years
Shut the door. Okay, good. And started up again and worked with Uncle Ned. And worked his way
Sweetheart,
down.
you're not going to have enough light for that.
Do you know when he bought Nantucket?
back in New York. I grew up.
Was it, when was it built? 41?
I heard that.
No, I finally ended up. They were allowed to get an offer. I went back to New York.
You said
And they went Nancy to a party.
in 1941?
Nancy took him home and he never
jumping and climbing and everything, and he never fell.
Like you said, I went up 1 step and jumped, and then 2 steps and jumped. And,
This
you know,
baby, however,
that's
he learned in my
calculated.
last grade.
Exactly.
So he goes up 20 steps and finds out he can't
Right,
jump.
right.
Well, what
He'll
happens
go right up
is
to the
he
top
goes up the
first.
20 steps and then he turns around to walk down and doesn't understand he can't walk down. Because of course there's
Yeah.
always some gullible adult waiting for him, you know, holding him. So he just goes, it's like stepping off the side of a mountain.
Okay, pal.
Now, this is interesting. Where is he going?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Is that your farm
Probably the
truck?
truck.
You didn't bring his parents before, did you, Tim? Yeah.
Wheels.
That was the first one you had. Well, now, I like the first one. Your $400.
Oh,
Henry, I was right next door to you the other day, and I never saw you.
You missed him because he's such a little thing.
That's right, and it
Where
was
were
so
you next
quiet.
door?
Ann's apartment's right next to
Oh, oh, no.
Yeah, everybody's down here.
Your boys gone to his serious job of room service.
Chris, you know, we're having these 2 days of rain because Nancy's here.
Yes.
She's the rainmaker.
Wherever we go someplace.
Everywhere she goes.
Every
it
place
rains.
we've gone this summer.
No kidding.
Yeah, right, and you know, drought.
Well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
It's been,
I said we
It's been
should
a
go to
godsend.
Virginia and Maryland.
Yeah.
You picking gravel up?
So.
Your coffee and everything. Our first new car. Well, I talked to Aunt Marlon. Yeah. She said, well, Lorinda, it's been really nice talking to you. And I said, oh, no, I didn't get credit for this conversation. We're using the future owner's stuff now. We won't tell them. Wonderful place, the French Riviera. You gotta wait till they have, you know, full-time jobs and careers and stuff.
The apparel business.
That might take
This,
a week ago. And she entered, don't you love that? She entered some vouchers in the thing. No longer here, but I don't want it to do this.
No, I didn't want this at all. I wanted it.
I don't like this part.
I always thought about
This is
putting
on
it,
camera.
Oh, I missed being down at the ocean.
It was so much fun.
I heard.
Yeah,
Let's
so
went down
you
there last
need to
weekend.
thin it here, but see, I wanted the long layers long. Hi, Steph.
How are you?
We went down a little bit south.
Rob was at the Lafayette and he said that he's actually Julie, that's right.
Today, what?
Yeah, can I have one of those? Can I have two? Give up one.
God, maybe you don't do all the hair off my own head.
What's the rule?
Yeah,
George needs to know what the rule is.
Surprised.
That's
Morgan, the food's all down on the floor.
No, I had that figured out. George just seemed to need some more rules.
A lot of direction.
I wouldn't have it yet. You didn't see it.
Oh, you're kidding. I only bought this out because I was afraid the beans were going to go bad.
There was a little a lot of people say you get tired of fast, and I called
Yeah,
it's cold and Joe.
Yeah.
Let's tumble down.
Where's Henry?
Did you ever talk to Justin again or no?
Not the cheese
Oh, really? But yeah, it was like, there's like,
I'm going to have my lunch down by the pool. I wonder if Henry would eat some of this pasta.
Henry, you want some food?
He got some bread, a sandwich of bread. You're having dinner?
What?
AJ used to be an Outward Bound instructor.
Really?
It's such a weird. I think it's such a bizarre program. I feel like it has so many positive attributes that, but the way that it sort of goes about, I don't know, just the whole experience that you get tough through.
You know how they put somebody ashore on an island to survive Outward Bound? So 3 of the surviving Outward Bound people came to their camp and ate different things.
She lives on the Jersey Shore.
It's, it was really nice because we go to the beach when people come to visit. The water was so clear.
They just came to visit you?
Mm-hmm. With Mom and Dad.
Sylvia just drove down?
And Amanda.
Times that the New Jersey Shore is getting so much cleaner.
Well, we're crashing right on the beach, so it's not the kind that you can do real body surfing with. But
What
it was
ocean
good
enough
to go
for
to.
Amanda?
Where do you go? What
Doesn't
beach?
see an ocean at all.
What beach do you go to?
Excuse me, we go to.
I think we used to go as kids. We used to go. They still have the big rocks and the stairs go to the rocks. We used to go change our clothes behind the rocks.
That's the Morgan family.
Dora's father was a sort of improvised.
Who's your friend, Nancy? Looks like a little cherub.
I don't know. Most kids like that have such a hard time.
He's another well-adjusted, happy little
Yeah.
kid.
Well, Sarah was real heavy for her size too. She was built like Aunt Martha. Just
Think of her as Aunt Martha as being scrawny.
Scrawny.
Yeah.
She's scrawny now, but she used.
He has a business on the
web pages.
Web.
Real country western or like?
Messina?
Well, probably not real.
They still
You
have
like
some.
Sunoco?
I couldn't guarantee it, but
Laugh. Certainly, you have to put something up on the website. I mean, certainly the view from the inside of the house. You're a good girl, Charlie. Yes, you are. Let's get you something good. What do you care about? What,
This auto date business.
honey?
Yeah,
Do you know where the back?
that's all right.
Oh, that looks pretty.
Walton.
Where'd you get it?
Major grindage on the floor. What is it with the camera? It keeps following me.
No, it's not.
What?
This is not on. I'm not taking pictures now.
You're not?
No. See that? Just disregard that red light in the front.
Sure. Can't you just toss them in the woods? The bears will like.
Just imagine.
Boy, they do
Well,
taste weird.
thank you for contributing.
See
My
if you like them. They taste kind of like a dirty blondie.
We found it.
Our brownies.
Talking about?
Well, we know what the topic
And we
is.
all know about Jason's suit.
What?
Yes.
thought that was a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
Have you met
They had a list of shut-ins.
Kind of nice room. It was nice and quiet. Yeah.
I know, Lord. It's a gaggle.
I would do it again in a minute, except it's sort of hard to get there. Well, now, the ferry goes over? Yeah, they have 3 a day, even during the winter.
To Dolly. Oh, no. Joan and Denise. They can't come back. And I'm blanking on it down there. Was Dolly. Came to Press's memorial service. Columbus Day weekend, and that was the last I saw any of them.
And then she pooped out and lazy.
Say, hey, Uncle. Great. Denise moved.
And Phil is the next to the youngest. Kenny's the youngest.
The other guys have graduated from RPI that knew that are going to but he said it's very
I wasn't too
Bye. Later.
Well, you're going to be moving somewhere, aren't you?
Alaska. And guess who wants to go to Alaska?
Ooh,
Jim
I do.
Lister.
Are you going
You're moving to
Alaska?
Well, look, I'm spreading rumors, but I mean, really.
Do you know there are no women there?
Didn't you know Sarah and Jim are getting married?
Alaska.
Because there's no women there?
No, because there's a lot of snow and it's
Maybe you guys will
cold.
buy
He eats his cereal off that.
Well, he just learned that. They get a little softer when they're longer.
Aren't you cold?
Me? Yeah, I am actually. You should ask that. Why am I holding this plate?
Thanks, Meredith.
Some health magazine.
Oh my
Thanks,
God.
they're like 10 years old.
With my kids have been bad.
Yeah, you're too
I'm
thin.
not obsessive, and I'm not going to. I had some weight to lose, and I lost it, and now I'm done.
Dumb. The only way to do it is 10 pounds.
500,000, 600,000.
And then Meredith's like, I never see that. I don't know why.
Oh, no, we're talking about vomit. And
We're talking about vomit and shit on the streets of New York City, which is something that I don't actually do often. Periodically, I've been known to, but not often.
It was vomit.
Everyone's allowed to vomit once in New York City on the street.
even though, I have to
Actually,
say,
almost
even my mother vomited on the street in New York City once.
I vomited at a dinner party in New York City. Remember that story?
I vomited on the street. I vomited on the street too, but my mother vomiting on the street is worse.
Mine was actually attempting to be not in a cab. I've had one shot before
really
cabbing
drunk.
and hang my head out the side, and then
But
he,
that's in
the
the
funny thing is he had a
by
big,
the time he showed
he had
up
a big
at dinner.
roll of paper towels, like this happens to him all the time. He's like, paper towels back there. I was like, thanks.
I'm really embarrassed when I get in New York City.
Barfed in the taxi.
When I was in high school, I went and I think I did get drunk and vomit, but on the way home,
See, and that's not
I
even like the
was going to
bums
the
on
bus
the street
station,
that are barfing. It's
and
just
painting
your
the ceiling of the
cousins.
bus
He's
station,
right.
and I climbed up this aluminum scaffold all the way to the
I
top,
think a mark of a
and
good
the
city is
scaffold
the
fell
more
over.
vomit
And I
that
was
there is,
drunk
it's
enough
also
that
more
I just
fun.
went
People are
zipping right down the up escalator, and wiped everybody out.
Which is why I think that on all good college campuses there's going to be an enormous amount of vomit.
I was truly lucky I survived, not a bit.
Do you think you
Absolutely, I'd be dead.
Oh my God.
Oh, Rebecca, tell a shit
I
story.
can't tell it.
We got the camera rolling.
I can't. My father will spank me.
But you know how he loves that.
It's well, the reason why it's a good story is because it's in coordination with a little bit of a gambling obsession I have. So I have a tendency to bet.
All right, I'm not going to tell it. Please tell it because then one of us is going to have to tell it and it won't be nearly as funny when you.
All right. I can't tell it on tape.
No, okay, I'm not taping.
No.
Yeah.
No. Just disregard the red light here.
Funny.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's not being taped.
Because there was so it's me and a friend and me and my closest friend Adrian, her boyfriend John, and this other person Matt, and Matt and I had just met, and we're sort of going around New York City, and there was we took the ferry. You can take the ferry from Manhattan to Staten Island and back for like 25 cents, and it's we took a bottle of tequila, and so we drank the tequila on the ferry and came back. So needless to say, we were very drunk. So we're in New York City and we're in the East Village and we're walking around and we're talking about bets. Everybody has a price. What's your price? You know, for anything.
Right.
That there's a price for anything that anybody's willing to sort of give into. Some, you know, whatever. Not everybody. So anyway, there was a piece of dog excrement on the sidewalk, and I said, all right. I had just gotten paid. I had just gotten paid, and I pulled out a $100 bill, and I said, I'll give you, Matt, $100 if you eat this little piece of dog shit on the sidewalk. And he's like, no, man, no way, I'm not gonna do that. But it was a little crusty piece. It wasn't it was like a little confession at wafer. But of course, this is the East Village, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's Saturday, and so
And there's tequila that's-
so everybody starts gathering around. So you have all the people. I'm like, yeah, I'll give you $100 to eat it, and it's New York City. So people are like, yeah, man, $100. You're nuts. Of course you got it. And then they're like, no, don't do it. I'm going to tell you health reasons. You'll get this. You'll get this. You'll get this. Don't do it. And of course, I'm like $100, and he was really, really broke. So, and this is after much tequila. So we took the wafer. He took and he put it in his mouth. The deal was he wouldn't get the money if he vomited. So he put the mouth. He, of course, immediately proceeds. But at this point, we have like a cheering crowd. There are people that are like, yes, get the $100. And so he immediately vomits, at which point, like, we all immediately, it was a chain reaction.
It really was a vomit story after all.
So there are the four of us on the streets of New York City just like vomiting with like a big crowd around us. And I feel like people oh my, good for you, it's not soda. And then after that we sort of get ourselves together and people are like, I'll do it for $100. I'll do it. It was one of those times where you really had to love New York City.
How about
I know, I've never heard him cry yet.
That's soda. Probably a bit, I think.
Morgan.
He's too cheerful right now.
He is a chipper little lad.
What are you going to do with that now, huh?
You know, I was.
These guys, if they're not sterilized, those things are sure to die.
Want to do a little dancing?
He's like, you evil woman, give me the name. Yay!
From all parts of my body. Jumped through a barbed wire fence, ran into a wall, and I couldn't cut myself at work. And then I came out and I'm holding this out and I'm completely in shock. I picked up and it's like a brand new IROC.
What's that?
So he stood in the middle of the road like,
Jeffrey,
he just looked at me and he's like,
A little baby girl.
Really?
Yeah. He's living down in North Carolina now.
Who's his, what, is he married?
He married a girl from down North Carolina. So it was actually up
I'm talking about the dog.
3 weeks ago, maybe? July 4th weekend. He was
Really?
up.
Oh my God.
So I saw him for a little bit, and
Right. And they're in the South too,
they're
right?
down in Virginia.
Huh. Do you ever, do you keep in touch with anybody through email?
He must like you.
Grasshopper.
It's a frog.
Look at the bug.
No, it's a frog. Froggy. Watch out. Careful, careful, careful. We have to look at the frog. I ain't touching it. It's going to push down. Nice.
I know, they're nice. I just have to eat with my hands. Otherwise, I would be more than... Here, I'll see. How are you? Good.
Calves.
Look at
Oh, look, puppy dog. I'm Henry.
Oh, no likes you, Henry.
You're so funny. Look at the rabbits and chickens down here.
Henry's already up checking them out.
I've never had it. I want to try it.
Oh, isn't that a nice rabbit?
That's what turns you on.
Hey, gentlemen, your brothers in
Let's go find the pig.
Pigs, where are you?
Let's go find the pig.
There we go. Kind of nice.
Good Lord.
Well endowed.
Yeah. You want to kind of get indicators as it goes.
Look at over here.
Get that down. Do it again. There you go. Yeah. They're on their way there.
Hi, Morgan. What are you doing?
Any attention to the pigs at all?
No.
He likes to be quiet. Look at the pig.
Doors not open? No.
Scratchy.
So they actually have jump spiders at they just don't, you know, when the fair comes to town.
I'm from Brooklyn. What the hell do you think?
Where did you go to Brooklyn?
Fort Hill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tighten those up, Morgan.
Do you think he could make that?
We'll just cross it right here.
Well, I think so. Ever since he's been about...
Wheels are much more exciting than the ladder.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Oh, bad.
Forget the pigs. Wheels.
This is where it's at.
So they're not as soft.
What do you put on them, Meredith? What do you
Just
put-
olive oil.
Olive oil.
And then when they're done, balsamic vinegar.
You go back up.
And you
reduce
How do you do that? Well, you just boil it. But the only reason I reduce it is because this is a trick I learned from the restaurant. That, you know how balsamic vinegar...
After a while, they must be like, another one? What's your name again? Right, you have to write down all their names and ages.
I just started calling them by the month that they were born in.
We heard the Shakespeare Festival in Stratford.
Nope.
So we went up to very different stuff. Just took us and we were early, and I said, let's walk around the block and everybody just sit around and take our dark
We're gonna get real cameras.
You know she planted all these. Amanda, wait.
That's not a horse.
Pet his nose. Pet his nose.
Pet the nose, Henry, before I run out of film here.
Can I ask you? Norwegian Fjord.
What is it called?
Norwegian Fjord. My daughter forgot to.
Isn't he nice, Henry? Nice voice.
His name is Fritz, Henry. Horse's name is Fritz.
Or Fritz the Lip, or Fritzoid. Horse from another planet, or. It's all sorts. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't really. Probably not supposed to be the horses anyway, right? Oh, it's empty. Yeah, you know, oh, that's where all that was. There you go.
And little kids sometimes.
There's a gentleman.